Okay, our topic today is intentionality in early childhood education. So, developmentally appropriate practice requires that as teachers, we be intentional by paying attention to the effectiveness of our teaching in promoting children's learning and development. So, as teachers, that means that we need to have three parts to our intentionality. The first part is structure. The second part is that we give choices. And the third part is that we integrate our other subjects into our curriculum. So with structure as the first part, we want to make sure that there are the 3 P's to structure. So the first one is that we have planned activities. The next one is parameters. And finally, we want to ensure that we give procedures. So there are intentional planning steps as well, and the first step is that we predict outcomes, which just means that we're going to try and figure out where our students are at prior to planning and completing our lesson plan. The second is that we ask open-ended questions so that our students have the opportunity to really think about the questions and answer them. The third step is that we document, and that can be done either by videotaping, taking pictures, creating anecdotal notes, and just recording what they're doing. Now the fourth and final step is that we reflect and evaluate. And now the second part to intentionality is that we give choices to our students. In the preschool, we always give a plan A and a plan B during center time. And this just really gives the students an opportunity to decide where they want to go, what they think will be most engaging. Also, while we're at carpet, oftentimes students struggle to decide where they want to sit. And so rather than having them choose anywhere, we often say, okay, well, you could sit on the red dot or the blue dot.
The last step to intentionality is integration, which means that the teachers need to make sure that their standards extend to all parts of the whole child. So here we have our standard in the center of a map, and we want to make sure that it's not only reaching that, but also physical development, social, emotional, language development, whatever standard is. For our instance, it'll be science, and approaches to learning. In one of the articles, we read about marble painting, which was essentially that the children were moving marbles around with paint to see what marks they could make on paper. It was a science standard, but they were also able to incorporate fine motor skills with physical development, teamwork with social emotional. They had to talk about what was going on, and they were approaching and using questioning to understand other parts of learning.
The most important thing for us to remember as teachers is to reflect and think about how intentional we've been. How effective are we? How intentional are we? The more we reflect, the better teachers we can become.